Our spirit. What is it? Where does it go? Are we able to see them using our mind's eye? If so, just what can spirit teach us? Welcome to School Through Spirit. Host DeEtte Renee is a certified psychic medium and master teacher of psychic and mediumship development through LWISSD. DeEtte was born knowing spirit and now is here to help you better understand the spirit world. And now your host, DeEtte Renee.
Good Monday morning, everybody. Welcome. This is DeEtte here on School Through Spirit. Clearly not completely ready for this today, but that's okay. This is a show where we come through to enlighten people's lives based on what Spirit has to offer today. Wow, my face is just really small in this, which is really weird. Anyway, so I apologize. There's just more of my background, less of me, and I guess that's just the way it's supposed to be today. So I want to tag a few people in this because they do tend to miss it, and then they come back later and they say, "Yeah, where were you?" And I'm like, "I'm sorry. Let's figure this out." So let's get them tagged. Miss Lee Warner, Mr. Tim Bear. Let's tag you. There we go. And then I know you'll be able to find it. So there you are, Tim. Good morning. Good morning, guys. I apologize for seeming a little disarrayed this morning. Long weekend, long drive home. Didn't get home till rather late last night. So that being said, this is what we get. Well, let's start this day. As we know, this is School Through Spirit on the Edge Network, coming to you from the Edge. I have not yanked the new magazine out, but I'm going to have to give up a few of these. This is what I have so far. This is what I have so far. The new one has been out. I will bring that out next week for you guys to see. And maybe I will recircle some of these back out to the community. But this is the Edge Network, where Edge is a magazine that did create this network. The Edge is a beautiful magazine that's in a glossy finish that has some beautiful articles in it, huge directory of different practitioners of metaphysical, holistic type of work, which is phenomenal. And that magazine truly is across the nation. It's across the nation and going to further and further out. So that's pretty incredible. And then they do offer the Edge Network, which we did start this about a year ago. About a year ago is when this station was formed. And it's just growing. It's growing. We have got at least 4 or 5 other shows going on the Edge Network, which is incredible. And over the next year, I just see it growing even further. So if it's a network you would like to join, as you're seeing, it's growing, because just like other networks, we're starting off small, we're growing up larger, and the downloads are getting to be more and more. So that's amazing. As we know, I always start the show off with Neil Donald Walsh, because I love Neil Diamond. This gentleman, if he knew how much he's changed lives, and I think he kind of knows, but just incredibly has changed so many lives. So I love to start with him because he's got so much inspiration. The imagery is amazing. Lots of words today. Holy cow, lots of words. Our 5-card draw is coming from guidance from Gaia Oracle. Shannon Kaiser is the author. Beyond Words sent this to me. I will tell you what, I love this publisher. I love all publishers. Don't get me wrong. I love this one. Is so supportive of its people, of people that highlight their people. I love Beyond Words. So please do me a favor. Go check out their stuff. They've got some incredible stuff on there, but they sent me these. So I cannot wait to showcase those today. I just love the imagery. I just love the imagery. I'm all about imagery, guys. We know this. So there's that. So let's get whatever glasses on that I'm supposed to be wearing today, and let's get this party started. So it says, Karen creates communication. The essential truth. The differences between human cultures and highly evolved cultures is that highly evolved highly evolved beings, they see, or let me just slow down. The differences between human cultures and highly evolved cultures is that highly evolved beings observe fully and communicate truthfully. They see what works and say what's so. The discussion is always around what works for a highly evolved society that is functional and produces benefit for all, not around what humans would call right or wrong. Honestly expressing one's feelings, for example, is often deemed by human society as wrong. Such a conclusion could never be arrived at, by a highly evolved society. Since, since precise Oh my gosh, since precise awareness of feelings facilitates life in any community, it would be impossible in any event because human highly evolved beings receive vibes and actual vibrations from other beings, which make their feelings plain enough. Actual utterances, what you would call words, are rarely, if ever, used. This telepathic communication occurs between all highly evolved sentient beings. Indeed, it could be said that the degree to which a species or relationship between members of the same species has evolved demonstrated by the degree to which beings require the use of words, convey feelings, desires, or information. But many of you are returning to a cleaner form of communication, more accurate and more elegant. This is especially true between loved ones, emphasizing a major truth: caring creates communication. Where there is deep love, words are virtually unnecessary. The reverse of this is also true. The more the more words you have to use with each other, the less time you must be taking to care for each other. Because caring creates communication. Ultimately, all real communication is about truth, and ultimately, the only real truth is love. That is why, when love is present, so is all communication. And I will tell you what, this wasn't hard to read because it's a hard concept for me to grasp. It's not that. It's quite honestly the opposite, because this is stuff I preach and this is stuff I literally talked about all weekend. I'm not sure if it wasn't every client, it was multiple clients that I spoke to about this, because I always start with the basis that got telling guys, you know what, everybody's psychic. There's a huge stereotype on being psychic, but truly everybody is psychic. Everybody has got those gut hunches, those intuitive hits, those feelings. We all have it. This is nothing new, okay? Which is pretty amazing, okay? But how we use it is another one. Do we trust it? That's huge. We all like to have our brains in the game. We all want to think all the time. And with those words come lots of words in your head, lots of words coming out your mouth. And when you try to separate the psychic part of you from your regular nature, what ends up happening is you lose a lot. You end up trying to almost manipulate somebody with your own words. And I know that seems really crazy, because I know very few people out there really want to manipulate somebody else. But when you allow your words in your mind to just slow down, and you allow the words to stop in your brain for a short period of time, and allow yourself to use those spidey senses, those psychic senses, to feel things around you, just feel the nature of people, feel the person in front of you, it is going to help you navigate a conversation so much easier, and truly with less words, multiple less words. So often we feel like we have to stand on a totem pole. We feel as if we have to stand up there on a stage, on a pole, whatever, and scream from the ethers what is on our brain. And really, it's really unnecessary. It's so unnecessary, because quite frankly, what's up here, it really becomes your ego. It's not the truth of how you feel in here. Your brain, so, for instance, your brain might be screaming, I'm angry, I'm furious, I'm this, I'm that. And truly, when you get into the feeling of it, I'm hurt, I'm disappointed, I don't understand. And these two things don't always. Good morning, Miss Lee. I tagged you, so hopefully it helped. So it's literally the two sometimes have a difficult time coming together. But what if you used your psychic senses? What if you use those right off the bat? Okay. And let's just say you're getting up to go to work today and you're using your spidey senses. You're kind of feeling it out and you get to your building. You get to your building. Before you walk in, you feel it. And what if that building feels a little heavy? What if that building feels kind of negative? What do? You can hang your head down, go, oh, it's just going to be another one of those days. Put your head down, walk in, bring it back up and get ready for battle. Or when you feel that building, it feels that little bit of heaviness. Consciously send it love. Consciously from your heart center, from every fiber of your being, send out love. Send out appreciation. Send out positivity. And allow it to change the feeling of the building, the people inside the building. Now, I know so many of you are telling me, oh my gosh, this is just crap. It doesn't work. Trust me, it does. I used to work someplace that was incredibly chaotic. I'm not going to name the place because it's no longer there, but I will tell you what, it was supposed to be a place of fun and laughter and feeling like this is your home or somebody's home. And it was supposed to be amazing. And it was anything but that. The management, when I first started working there, was horrendous. They were angry and manipulative and controlling and just all around jerks to the staff, to the patrons, to all of it. And it was not a place I wanted to be. And when I first started working there, before I got this concept, I would walk in and go, ugh. And I would join the anger fest. I would join it all. And it wasn't productive. It wasn't a good place. And my sales alone showed that. It reflected that. Now, I spent a year learning, and I spent a year growing, and I spent a year with these concepts and getting to know myself. And I turned it from when I would show up to the building and go blah, to flipping that, to going, you know what, I feel this and I feel it's pain and I feel it's chaos and I feel everybody else's pain and chaos. And I would stop in my car and I would take some breaths and I'd breathe into that building and I would just send it all the love I had. And I would open up my center and just allow this to flow from everywhere around me, through me, and into the building. And at the time, I truly didn't know if it was doing any good, but I thought, this cannot hurt. And what ended up happening is a shift. I'd walk through the door and I'd get a bunch of, hey, how you doing? We're going to have a great day. And it shocked me. It blew me away that with a mere thought of intention of love, how environment started to shift. And not only did it shift in the people I worked with, it shifted in the patrons. My sales shifted. My sales skyrocketed. I was blowing away records that hadn't even thought about being blown away before. And it's not because I was some amazing salesperson. It was literally because I went to giving the building love. I went to giving my coworkers love. When people would sit down, I would just give them the best of me. I would give them not in words and a smile. I mean, although that was there, it was the energy I gave them, because I know that even though they were there for fun, right now their lives are chaotic. And this is just one step in the chaos, and they're joining the world of chaos, and it's overwhelming. And no. And I would give that to them. I would literally, from my heart center out, send that to them. And then I go a little bit further and I would open myself up to receive what they were sending back. It didn't take words to find out if they were sad or angry or overwhelmed or happy or celebrating stuff or whatever. It didn't take much to feel that back in. And then me to be able to respond to that in an emotion to help uplift somebody. Good morning, Keith. You have a great day too, sir. And what happened was they had a much better experience. I had a much better experience. They opened up their pocketbooks beautifully, I won't lie. But when they left, they came back looking for me. Because they went, there's something about her that made my time here so much better than any other time I've had. And it had nothing to do with the words. It had nothing to do with service. It all had to do with the attitude, opening up, embracing them, and literally getting into the truth of communication, which is feeling. Because even if you take it out of that type of a situation, a work environment, and you take it into in a day on day with other people, and you have something on your mind that you need to express, and you're in your ego and you really want to express it for whatever reason, angry or happy or frustrated or painful, whatever it might be. And if you come at that with ego and you come at that with words, you probably are not going to walk away satisfied. Yeah, are you going to get off what's on your mind? Sure are. Every thought that's in your brain is going to spit out your mouth and boom, there you go. Boy, have you done great. You did great at flapping your lips. What you did not do great was communicating truly what was here in your heart, what you were feeling. Because the minute you come at somebody with ego and the minute you come at somebody with words, no matter how eloquent you are with those words, how elegant, they are going to fall upon deaf ears. Because there's not an emotion with there. Because you are not feeling the emotion of somebody else. You aren't getting it. You want to be heard, but you have no clue how to deliver what's on your mind to the person for them to receive it. And it doesn't matter what the hell is in your brain, because trust me, when somebody does not receive what you are giving, you walk away. You might initially go, oh, I got that out of the way. But you know what? That stuff returns. And it comes back over and over again. Why? Because you feel not heard. You're not heard. They don't care. Because you didn't put care into it. You can be as angry as get up. And you have the right to look at somebody and say, I'm angry. But when you come to somebody with anger, you immediately shut them down because they feel your anger. So the next time this happens, stop and go and think about your own feelings. Work through your feelings in your mind. What is it I'm feeling? What is it I want to express? Yes, approach the person. But before you open your mouth, feel them. And I know you're going, well, their feelings aren't important to me right now because it's all about me. And I get this. I get it. I have been there. But when you feel into the person that you need to speak to, and you feel the place that they're in, it's going to tell you how to approach this situation. You can still express how you felt in that moment. But opening up your heart center to them and allowing them to feel your anger, feel your pain, and then back it up with fewer words, you are going to make a much larger impact because they're going to understand it because you communicated in a much more simpler way. Now, I think it's beautiful because this book is always talking about, this message is about highly evolved beings. Highly evolved beings. And us humans love to say we are it. We've got words. We have intelligent. We are the highly evolved. We have got so much arrogance in those statements. It's scary. It's truly terrifying because we have no clue how to communicate. We have no clue how to advance our society. We have no clue how to evolve ourselves. Yeah, we have brilliant people making floating cars and better ways of technology for our lives. And that's all great, but that has absolutely nothing to do with being highly evolved. Absolutely nothing. But we look at the animals. We look at animals, and what I'm seeing in my mind, what I was seeing when I was reading this, I was seeing some of those beautiful imagery you see on National Discovery Channel of animals in Africa. And you've got the lions and the tigers, and you've got giraffes, and you've got hippopotamus and elephants and all of it. And in theory, none of them should get along, in theory. Because in our mind, we're always thinking the lion and the tiger want to eat the giraffe because they're hungry. We think that because we're in our minds, that these are all mortal enemies. But yet, when they come through and they show a scene of a big old water spot, and you got multiple different animals coming to that same water spot at the same time, and each one of them stop on the edge and they feel what they're walking into. They don't feel danger. If they don't feel like the predator wants to eat them, they walk right in. And you have multiple different species at the same watering hole because none of them feel threatened by the other one. A lion is only going to attack if it's hungry. If it's there because it's thirsty, it's not going to eat you. And the animal feels that. But yet those same animals, if you watch it long enough, you'll see them all at the watering hole. And then they can feel that predator around them, that one that didn't come for drink. And they're not at the water hole because what are they doing? They're circling it. They're looking for that prey, that weak member of what is there. And all the animals pick up their head and they take notice because they feel it. They feel it. They're communicating through feelings. And then they know what to do from there. Is one of them going to lose the battle every time? Because it's how nature is. But the rest of them are going to win. Now their communication, yeah, they have communication. You know, they've got their noises. What we consider noises to them might be words. But truly, most of what they do is on feeling, understanding in that feeling. What do the other animals around me need? But yet we call ourselves the highly evolved because I have words, because I have intelligence, because I can get more information in my head. But yet in the process of all this, society has gotten away from feeling. We cut ourselves off at the ankles, and we've lost 75% of the communication. Now, another thing that I kept talking about this last weekend was 5D. Many of you maybe know what 5D is, or 3D. 3D is time is basically where we're at right now. We got solid surfaces, we got linear time. 4D is where we're starting to feel and care, but it's really kind of like in and out of psychic awareness. It's not a place you want to stay very long because it kind of gets squirrely. And this is really brief. Trust me, much more in depth. And we can always talk about that another day. But 5D is where we're into love and emotions. And it's much more about a telepathic communication. It is truly a place of love. And we talk about it in secret societies of spirituality all the time. But how we're getting to 5D, we're getting there, I'm getting there in this lifetime. No, you're not. You might have a few highly evolved people that are going to get to that 5D where they're there on that thought process. And it's all about love. Hey, Greg. But truly, it's going to take generations to get back to that place of feeling, of love, of thinking about somebody else before you think about yourself. But I do believe we have started that. I do believe humanity has begun to get to that. Because on the mere fantasy that I can control a wall, whether it's there or not, based on my thoughts or my feelings, may sound really techy. But at the end of the day, it comes from my feelings, my thoughts. And that's where society's going towards. And I know it sounds crazy, but that same stuff, that technology is going to find a way to work based on what I merely feel. It's going to be the same stuff that is going to help me to communicate with people around me, because it's going to go more on the feeling, where communication truly does exist. So the next time somebody says, you have no clue what they were feeling, stop and think to yourself, did you take a moment to feel it? Did you take a moment, did you take a breath to allow yourself to feel what the other person's feeling? Because they might be correct. But trust me, you don't have to go through it and experience it to feel what the person's feeling. And there's also the other technicality that you may not have gone through it in this lifetime, but I bet you've gone through it in another lifetime. So you do have an understanding. You can have an empathy. And you can take a moment to feel them. It's going to help in your communication a lot better. Because a hug is only as good as the feeling behind it. With that being said, guys, we're going to take a quick station break. And when we get back, we're going to do our 5-card stud. This is DeEtte here on School Through Spirit on the Edge Network. We'll see you in a few.
Join us at the Souls of Spirit Spiritual and Holistic Expos as a part of your spiritual awakening journey. Get ready for a day of enlightenment and exploration at one of our upcoming expos. Our events are where all things spiritual and holistic come to life. Experience a diverse range of vendors offering healing jewelry, natural products, and metaphysical merchandise. Immerse yourself in the mystical arts guided by mediums, psychics, and Reiki practitioners. Interact with energy healers and health professionals ready to provide rejuvenating services. Be one of the first 25 attendees and receive a fantastic gift bag full of treasures from participating vendors. Bring your loved ones along. These family-friendly events have something special for everyone. The $5 entry fee includes educational speakers and up to 40 vendor booths. Mediumship group gallery is just $25. Free expo admission for those under 12 or showing military ID. Find out more about upcoming events in North, South Dakota, and Montana at soulsofspiritexpos.com.
Attention, curious practitioners in the realm of transformative experiences, holistic wellness, intuitive guidance, and metaphysical arts. Are you ready to expand your horizons and take your practice to new heights? Join the Edge Partner Directory, where your expertise can shine and your services can transform lives. We are dedicated to creating a community of practitioners who are as curious and passionate as you are about guiding others on their journeys of self-discovery, healing, and growth. As a member of the Edge Partner Directory, you will connect with a network of like-minded practitioners who share your curiosity and passion for exploring the depths of human potential, and showcase your unique offerings to a diverse audience of seekers actively looking for transformative experiences here, there, and everywhere. Embrace your curiosity and take the next step in your practice's journey to becoming an Edge Partner. Learn more at edgedirectory.net. Again, go to edgedirectory.net.
Hey everybody, welcome back to DeEtte here on School Through Spirit with the Edge Network. I want to read this. This is what I love about Beyond Words. Beyond Words always sends me a little bit of extra about the author of the deck and about the deck of the cards. So I want to read this to you because they really did take the time to send me more than they normally do. And I love that. I love that. So it says Guidance from Gaia Oracle by Shannon, Kaiser. And that's her beautiful picture. How gorgeous she is. You can feel her passion for what she does. It says Gaia symbolizes all life on Earth as well as the planet itself. Our ancestors understood the harmonizing effects of connecting with nature and Earth daily. And now, at a time when people are yearning to escape the hustle and chaos of society and technology, practical tools for guidance from Gaia Oracle can usher in the peace we all deeply need. This powerful deck combines the ancient wisdom and lush imagery of the benevolent animal spirit guides of Mother Earth, with powerful insights to guide you to rebalance and calm your life from inside out. Categorized in the 5 elements: earth, water, fire, air, and spirit, guidance from Gaia Oracle is designed to connect you to the sacred knowledge inherent in the earth and nature that surrounds you. Each card gives the reader a unique message from a guide of Gaia, an affirmation for stress relief and clarity of mind, in a way to bring yourself back into alignment with your true self and the natural world. From personal growth to improving interpersonal relationships, tapping into Gaia's healing energy can be a key foundation to your wellness and happiness routine. I love that. Gosh, guys, I think I'm going to really love this deck. I won't even lie. I think I'm going to love this deck. I think I already love this deck. So let's get into it. I love it. That's what they sent me in there. On the back, it says, my mission with the Oracle card deck is to help humanity return to its roots, reclaim your personal power, and regain confidence and clarity with this stunning oracle from author and artist Shannon Kaiser. Our ancestors understood the harmonizing effects of connecting with nature and Mother Earth daily. And now, at a time when people are yearning to escape the hustle and chaos of society and technology, practical tools for guidance from Gaia Oracle can usher in the peace we all deeply need. From personal growth to improving interpersonal relationships, to having Gaia's healing energy provides a solid foundation, which is a lot of what I just read, if not everything. But I think we need to talk about this. Let's get into this deck. This deck is like, wow. So far, it is just wow. And I am loving this. It doesn't want to get in this. It's not working today, guys. They've got these babies wrapped good. No water or anything was going to get into this. Love it. Throwing things on the floor. Oh, that's not good. That's not good. Let's throw that away. I just want to kind of put in, I'm going to put in the bottom here because I really want to tag. I want to tag the person, the lady, if I can. Shannon. There we go. Taking them both, guys. Taking them both because I'm already loving this deck. I really are. I really are. I can't even say what I'm saying right now. Apparently, I can't talk and type at the same time. So there we go. There's the name of the deck. I'm putting that all in the comments for everybody that's there. Let's open up this wonderful deck. It is really in there tight. My fingers don't like tight things, but that's just because I don't have that joint anymore. Remember, guys, it's kind of gone. Gorgeous colors. I love this. Gorgeous colors. I like the flamingo. Nobody takes the flamingo seriously, and I love the fact that she's got that on there. Beautiful insert of the box to hold those cards in place. I love that. You know what? I am loving this. I really am. I'm not the biggest flower person. I will tell you that right now, but I'm loving the colors. I'm loving the vividness of it. I think it speaks volumes because really, guys, flowers are about peace. Oh my gosh. And this book, holy camoles, look at that. Full-size book here in comparison to most. Beautiful imagery of the picture. You know what? The name of the card, what it states, it's got the shadow side, it's got the illuminated side, they got the bring into alliance, an affirmation, what the card's about. Oh my gosh, I am loving this. It's also color coded based on, like this one's the physical. What's the next one? Looks like it's water. I'm not positive, but it looks like a lot of water. That's the introduction. It's the physical. It's the different elements. So we have earth, we have water. It's all the different elements. So she has split this up into the different elements, which is beautiful. I think this book has got a ton to offer with it, and I'm loving this. I'm just truly loving this just because of all it does have to offer. It's amazing. It's amazing. And it's amazing to see that. So I'm loving the book. Let's see if we need to use the book or not. Let me get that wrapping off. The imagery of the cards. Gorgeous. Look at that. They are just stunning. I also, if you guys notice, she's got flowers or crystals, you know, whatever the earth element is at the time that's really aligning with everything in each of the cards, which is just, so it's a nice theme going through, which I'm not going to complain about. I am not. I know, Leah. Aren't they gorgeous? It's just beautiful. So let's do this. And it's practices and affirmations from spirit animals. So the whole deck is going to be based on different animals. I love this. I love this. Wonder if that includes like reptiles. Well, it's got a shark. So there you go. Look at that. Even the shark looks pretty intense. That's awesome. So basically, guys, we're doing 5-card stud today. What 5-card stud is? Pick a card. I'm going to pull 5 cards, 1 through 5. You can pick 1 card. You can pick 2 cards. You can pick all the cards. It really doesn't matter to me. These are your readings. Or you can wait till the end when I put it all together in one full reading. With that being said, if you really have some issues going on in life, write down those issues. Put a number next to those issues, okay? That way you get a card that goes with it to help kind of work through that, give you that extra guidance. And that way you get 6 readings in one. So for anybody that's going, I really need a reading today, DeEtte, this is my offering. We're also going to start, as everybody has, we've talked about it before. Once I've been done, I've typed it up, taken some pictures, sent it into the powers that be, and they would put this on the Edge Network sites. We are going through from a slideshow of pictures and typing too. I'm videoing it. So you get this lovely face videoing the cards that I'm going to give back to you. Okay, so whatever this reading is today, it's going to go into video form and it's going to go back onto social media so you can refer to it later. Okay, so let's get this party started. I think we've shuffled enough. Let's go. Let's go. Card number 1. Guidance of the Panda. A balance of emotions in my life. I desire to feel it all. That's kind of scary. I like this. So I like this because this card is telling me that, you know what, you come to a place of healing. You have really put a lot of time and you put a lot of work in and you've went, oh my gosh, I'm finally to that place. I'm to that place where I can make sense of myself. I can make sense of my feelings. I can make sense of everything around me. Not everything has got to set me off anymore. And you've kind of come to that as a beautiful, beautiful doctrine of where you've come and where you're going to. But it says to continue balancing it. And I do believe it is to continue balancing, because now that you've come to this place of healing, more is coming into you. You are now feeling everybody else. In other words, you're kind of turned into an empath. But to feel all that, and that's okay, because it's just learning still how to balance yourself versus everybody else, and kind of knowing how to work within all of that. So I'm really loving this for you. Card number 2 is Guidance of the Tiger. I embrace my sensual side and honor my true divine nature. Oh my God, that is amazing. When I'm looking at that, when I'm looking at it as a card, it says I embrace my sensual side and honor my true divine nature. So often we will look at this and say, well, I'm a carnival, or I'm this and that. No. You are finding this week is showing that, you know what, within this card, it's to give love to a situation, give honesty to a situation. You have got some things going on around you and you're going, oh my gosh, I don't know even how to begin to deal with this stuff, let alone get it behind me. And it's saying, go back to who you are, go back to the inner side of you and say, who am I? How am I going to deal with this? How does this represent me? You may not be to a place of love yet, and that's okay. It just says get back to the truth of who you are, and then bring that back out. Okay, bring that back out, because that's going to be the best way to deal with something at this point. The next one is guidance of the leopard. I have the strength to face this grief. I will find my peace again in one small step at a time. Boy, if you picked card number 3 today, you was going through some stuff. You were in the thick of it. And I think it's got you unbalanced. I don't think this is just grief of a loss of something or someone. I think this is going, you are off kilter. You are off balance. You are struggling because you're in such an uncomfort zone that you feel like you've made some mistakes, or mistakes have happened around you. And it's saying it's okay. It's okay. It's okay to be in that uncomfort zone. It's okay for that loss. It's okay for this struggle right now, no matter what that struggle may be. And it's saying it's going to be okay. You need to hear that from yourself. You need to hear that from the universe. Just take it. Nothing in life has killed you yet. Nothing has. You have lived through it all, and you're going to continue to live through it all. So take this one step at a time and realize that, you know what? You have been here, done this before in one way or another, and you can get through this. Okay. So take a deep breath, bring yourself back to your center, and it's going to be okay. I know that seems really simple, but it's true. Card number 4 is Guidance of the Penguin. Guidance of the Penguin. I am awakening to new meaning in my life. I share my energy and skills with those who support me. I love that. I love that. This is telling me you've put some situations behind you. You've put some situations behind you. This card is literally going, oh my gosh, it's finally over with. I finally don't have to struggle anymore. I finally don't have to be in this place anymore. It's behind me. I'm doing beautiful. And now I'm ready to come back at the world. And this is what it is. But you're kind of going, oh my gosh, now that I don't have to go through the chaos of what's been going on, what do I do now? Because I think you're kind of in this stuck thing. You've taken that breath and you're like, finally, it's over. But where do I go now? Now it's a time for a new beginning. Now is a time to go, okay, wait a second. What I've gone through has taught me so much. I'm no longer the person that I was prior to this situation. So where do I go? What do I do? How do I make my life different than what it was? Because I truly don't want to go through this again. Realize that you are a new person. You are no longer the person you were before the struggle. And that's okay. So take a moment, take a breath, find who you are, and realize who you are. So this moment is, yes, it's behind you, but you've got a new me. You've got a new you. You've got a new attitude. You've got a new embrace, and you're feeling things in a different manner. Take that moment to get to know you again. Why? Because if you start moving again, you're going to start doing things the old way. And the last thing we want to do is go back to the old way of being. So bring yourself back into the forefront of who you are and start being the new you. The last card is Guidance of the Shark. I am confident and stand proud in my power. I am confident and stand proud in my power. And I love this for you because even when you watch a shark, and yes, so many of us are terrified of sharks. Why? A lot of people never get near water to find a shark, but we're still scared of them. But if you think about a shark, they always say it's just an eating machine. It eats everything, but it doesn't have a predatory bone. Okay. This is not something that's going out to say, kill, 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 kill. It doesn't do that. You know what I mean? If it's there, it's going to eat it. If it's not there, it doesn't care. It's not going to go out of its way to go find dinner. Okay. It is confident that it doesn't have to. It is confident that as long as it stays on the trajectory that it's at, it's going to find its meal. It doesn't have to undo the balance of things around it. It doesn't have to try to one up something. It doesn't have to overpower something. It's going to just keep going until it finds it, eats it, keeps moving. That's the nature of a shark. That's why 9 times out of 10, we don't have to worry about sharks. You know what I mean? There's a few species. I get it. I know there's going to be somebody out there that says, but wait a second, and that's okay. So, but this is what it's saying is that you have a confidence within yourself. You need to start living by your confidence. It's time for you to look in the mirror and say, this is who I am. I embrace me. I am confident in me. I don't have to go outside of myself to find something else that is going to make me better or make me more of who I already am, because you've got this. Stand yourself and go, here we go, because of the, that's true. So this card is saying it's time for you to stand in your power. It's time for you to start to embrace who you are, who you've always been, embrace the new you, the new intelligence of you, the new understanding of you. Stand in that and have confidence in it. This is a new place for you to be in it. And I think this is where this card is telling me this has been a struggle for you. This has been a struggle, but you've finally gotten there. So card number 1 is guidance of the panda. Card number 2 is guidance of the tiger. Card number 3 is guidance of the leopard. Card number 4 is guidance of the penguin. And card number 5 is guidance of the shark. Now, when we're looking at all of this, when we're looking at all of these, it's kind of incredible because this is a week that you're coming to an understanding. This week really is of understanding. You know, we're all very multifaceted people, but this week is saying, wait a second. I've put so much behind me, and this is a week that you're going, wait a second. It's not having a lot of issues. It's looking behind me going, boy, I've come a long way. Wow, I've done a lot. Wow, I can't believe it. This is the moment that you stop and you look over the last 6 months, the last year, the last 5 years, and you see how far you've come. And this is a time where you'll wait a second. It's time to start embracing the new me. It's starting to live by what I preach, to understand those things. It's elevating the inside of you, and it's bringing you up. You have been longing to be something that you're not, thinking you have to do something to aspire to be it, and you haven't realized that you have already made it. You're already there. That's where the confidence card is coming from. That is a card that's saying, guess what? You've come over your grief. You've overcome the hardness about you. You've overcome the dark night of the soul. You've overcome all that. And now life is starting to look different. Why? Because you are different within your life. You are finally different. And you're still looking at these issues that you have around you like, oh my gosh, how am I going to get through it? You know within your heart you're going to. You've survived it. Good morning, Dawn. You've survived your past. You've survived it all. And you're looking at yourself in the mirror going, oh, wow, I'm stronger than I thought I was. I'm more confident than I was. I'm more mature than I was. Who knew I could get to this point? But you have. And give yourself the credit for where you come from, because baby, you've made it. You've arrived. And it's not even Christmas yet. So, wow, with that being said, I hope you enjoyed those cards. I really enjoyed those cards. Those cards are much more on a deeper philosophical. And I like that. I know we have so many cards for so many different things, but when I look at these cards, these are the philosophical of life. These are the cards that go, I don't have to pull a whole lot of cards. These are cards of how do I deal with myself today? What do I need to learn from myself today type of cards. Excuse me. And I think a lot of times in life when we're looking for that special deck, It's not necessarily, oh my God, what's going to happen today, as much as how do I deal with me today? And I love these cards for that. So I hope this is a deck. If you're looking for that philosophical nature, if you're looking for that, how to guide you on your own personal path, I think these are the perfect card for that. Okay, so what's going on in life today, guys? What's going on with life? Well, this weekend, I have, number one, I've got an open schedule. I have a very open schedule, so feel free to book this week. I am going to be sitting at my desk doing a lot of office type stuff this week, so feel free to schedule those appointments with me. I am more than happy to show up in your life, whether it be for psychic or mediumship, some soul guidance. I won't even lie, guys. I have not posted up there that I'm a certified soul life coach, but I will tell you what, a lot of my work is going much more towards that. So trust me when I say, if you're ready for, that one-on-one guidance, if you're ready for that one-on-one soul life inspiration, guidance practitioner to help you, feel free to contact me and we will work it out. This weekend, I have a wedding to go to, which I'm super excited about. And then we have got a podcast, a radio show live streaming all over on Graveside Paranormal is doing it, and Mr. Neil Gibbons. We are coming together to talk about the seance, which is happening a week from Saturday. It is turning into be a huge event. And what I mean by that is turning to be a huge event is because the seance was supposed to be just an event, nothing major, an event, a few people there doing practitioner type things, readings and healings and some crystals and some beautiful things like that, with myself running up the night of the seance at the beautiful Rolf House in Waseca, Illinois. And it went from something so intimate and so special into a full-blown documentary that is making history already, which is, it's mind-blowing where this documentary is going. And it's who would have known, or who would have fathomed that to be a part of this is magical. And to be a part of this is it's just so incredible to know that to be there, it's going to be marking a time in history. This is a place that marked its date in history, a few hundred years ago. Now it's the first place of the first documented possession. And I know when we think about possession, we always think of that demonic type, angry, whatever. And it's nothing like that at all. It was a beautiful, loving situation of one daughter coming in to join into the body, another beautiful woman who is willing to give her that experience so that her and her family can have some closure. And it did go on for 100 days, and it was beautiful and it was grand and there was nothing harmful about it. And it's a beautiful moment in time. And we get to come through again and beautifully document this again. So the seance is going to be the finishing moment of the documentary we have been in the process of doing with myself, Neil Gibbons, Larry Eisler III. And I cannot wait for it to hit either the streaming channels or the networks, wherever this is going to be placed. It's not just going to sit on a desk someplace. And truly, everybody that's there, they're going to be in this, their names are going to go down in history. They're going to be part of this documentary. It's beautiful. It's just not myself. It's not just Neil. It's not Larry. It's not just John or the house. It's the people that are there that are going to be linked with us. And it's amazing. And it's such an amazing opportunity, not just for me, but everybody that's there. So stay tuned this Sunday when we talk about, we come on the podcast to talk a lot about that. And then if you still want to come, we have opened it up. Vendors are done. You can't be a vendor anymore, but you can still buy a ticket to the seance. You can still come in and see the vendors. You can still be there in the energy. You can still take a moment to take a tour of the house. We have some very seasoned, very professional paranormal investigators there that love history, love the beauty of this place, and are eager to share this with everybody. And if you've ever wanted to meet my granddaughter one-on-one, she's going to be there. She's doing her Adelaide's temporary tattoos, and she's such a joy and loves to do this. She's saving for college or her first car, and she's only 7, and she's doing a great job. So I will also be doing some readings during the day and then wrapping it up. Not like 6 straight hours of readings, because I have to have my energy for at nighttime. But, a few readings here and there. And then wrapping it up with the seance later on in that night. So it's gonna be magical. So that is what is going on in my next 2 weeks. But yeah, guys, we are coming on to that All Hallow Eves where the veil's a little bit thinner. Feel free to book with me this week or next week with those readings, because my schedule is open. I've opened it up into November now for everybody. Feel free to schedule. It's DeEtte, DeEtte.us. Go on and schedule. If times don't work for you, please send me a message. I will find a time to get you scheduled, to get you booked. This is my passion. This is what I love to do. So there's that. So guys, this has been DeEtte here on School Through Spirit. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for allowing me to be here for you this week and every week. And I can't wait to see you again next week. This is DeEtte, School Through Spirit on the Edge Network. I will see you next Monday morning. Bye-bye, guys.
There are psychic mediums, but there is nothing like DeEtte. Let's face it, we all struggle time and again. But if you seek the clarity you deserve, then you need to seek DeEtte. As a master teacher, DeEtte studied under international psychic medium Lisa Williams. Together, they not only help DeEtte better tap into spirit, but also build a long-lasting relationship. So many psychics tell us what we want to hear, and that just won't cut it with DeEtte. She tells you what you need to hear. No sugarcoating here. To book a reading with DeEtte is simple. Just visit her website, DeEtte.us. That's DeEtte.us. And follow the Yellow Brick Road to connect with DeEtte. Don't just sit there and ponder those questions. Ask them and let DeEtte guide you every step of the way. You need insight now, and DeEtte can help. Just visit DeEtte.us. That's DeEtte.us.